Hi, good morning. It has been a while. It has been approximately 7.5 weeks since, well, probably 8 weeks since I last filmed. Some of you will know I've had some ankle surgery, which shouldn't have really stopped me filming, apart from the fact my house is full of stairs, which meant I couldn't get in the craft room, couldn't get to my computer. Did have my phone, but I don't like just doing things on phones. So it's like I'm wanting to catch up on everybody else's YouTube videos as well, because again, don't really like doing it on my phone. And to be honest, I didn't really feel like it for quite a few weeks. I was surprised because the surgery, okay, I expected it to be uncomfortable, but I didn't expect the emotional side of it. I mean, it's not even a really big a deal compared to what some people have had, but because I was non-weight bearing for 6 weeks, I had to rely on everybody else in the house. We've got, like I said, steps everywhere, so I couldn't go outside at all. The only time I went out was for some hospital appointments. And oh, crutches, absolutely detest the things. They cause me so much pain, discomfort. So yeah, perhaps I got a little bit mardy for a while. My glasses are falling down. So yeah, I didn't feel like doing anything, but it didn't stop me shopping, did it? Now you can see I'm holding a box here. Ta-da! I think some of you will be able to guess. You will have seen from the thumbnail as well. Now this is a Smartdoll boy, and I have been waiting years for this. I know for some of you it seems to be quite a new thing, but obviously it must be, what, 9 years ago now since I got my Mirai. And I had hope for a boy from then on, but you know, life gets in the way, wasn't able to, then he didn't do them, then he did do them. So finally I got one. This is a slight pre-birthday gift as well, but I did buy a few other things because I was bored, and that is fatal. So there's lots of things to do. I've got lots of crochet, oh, if I could speak, lots of crochet projects as well, because thankfully my daughter brought me lots of wool downstairs and my notebook and a few dolls so I could make things. And also I'm prepping for BlytheCon in October, so I had to get some things made whether I felt like it or not. So my living room has just been a disaster zone of wool and things like that. A couple of other things which you'll see over the next few weeks. Got a gorgeous little triangle doll's house which my husband surprised me with because he'd gone out to one of the antique centres, because obviously I wasn't going anywhere. And yes, he came back with that, which is absolutely gorgeous. Can't wait to show you that one. But I had to go with this first because this is the one I've been waiting for the longest. We have a Smartdoll boy, as I've just said. I'm so excited. All I've done is have a quick look in the box. I know I was buying, but to be honest, things were coming and I was like, yeah, I'm pleased it's here. I'll make sure it's safe. But I had no motivation to do much else. So I'm quite excited because I want to get some things made for him. He hasn't got many clothes. I have a few that I bought, oh, ages and ages ago with the anticipation of getting a boy. So we're going to try a few things on him. But apart from that, we're going to have a good look at him, see what you think. Let me know if you've got one. I know quite a lot of you already have, or if you're thinking of getting one or something like that. So we're going to go top down, get into this box and have a little look what the Smartdoll guy has to offer. So let's get into this box. As I say, I did open it. Obviously, you have to check things when they first come because you don't want anything to be broken. Not that I've ever had anything from Smartdoll land that's been broken, but you know, you still do need to check. So we can see we have the bag. Now, I don't have this bag. I've got all of the bags that they've done so far, because obviously mine goes back so long for collecting, but this is one I haven't got, so it was quite nice just to have this one added to my collection. Now, if you've not had a Smartdoll before, they always come in a bag like this, or it might be a different one depending on whether they've changed the design or something like that. Just put that box on the floor. Really sturdy boxes they are if you want to reuse them as well. So as you can see, it's like an eye chart, isn't it, when you're getting your eyes tested? So be smart, be seen with a Smartdoll even. I think I need my eyes testing. So it's quite a nice bag. They're really solid, these bags as well. Same on the other side. And how doll it is in here. First of all, you always get a box like this. So if you've ordered any extras, or it does contain the basics like the wig, the stand, but if you've ordered other things as well, they will come in this box. I haven't ordered anything else, but I've just got the basics with him. And ta-da! here he is. The bag will go with my bag collection, because like I say, I've been keeping when they've been different. The odd one I've had that has been the same I have sold on, but if they're different I will keep them. So he's here, as you can see. Shall we look what's in the box first? I think we will. Let's have a look in this box. So as I mentioned, we have a wig. Ta-da! Love the colour of this one. We have a stand. And we have the little card, which always comes with the dolls, which gives you some basic things, some serious things to look out for. Obviously, like not keeping in sunlight, things like that. Do not submerge in water. But then there's always like a little sort of a jokey bit, like the dolls can't hold their breath for more than 5 seconds. So it's a bit of fun to read as well. But there's a little bit of seriousness in there. So it's worth reading that and maybe keeping it to one side. So that's another box we can move. I've got a collection of boxes now. And we have a stand, which is like all the stands that come nowadays. So we'll take these out of the packets. These are quite nice to keep for storing bits of clothes as well. So we have our stand, which we have some movement there, obviously, so you can position, and it is a telescopic stand. So they are good, great for taking photographs. My dolls are actually sat down on their shelves, although watch for that. I took one down the other day, and because she'd been sat so long, back of her leg had gone a bit flat. Just warm it up with a hairdryer or something like that, only gently, and it will actually sort of come back out. But because she'd been sat so long, it had gone a little bit flat. So, but these are great. I don't trust standing mine in my craft room, so I'm scared the cat's going to knock them off. That is why they're set down. So that's that. He has his wig in this little bag as well. They're always beautifully presented, because you do need to get careful with the wigs. Like all wigs, they can tangle, although this is short hair, so it's not as bad. But some of the long ones can tangle if you don't look after them. I thought it was a gorgeous colour. I mean, just look at that. Look at that. I really struggled to decide which one I wanted, because there was a couple of guys, when they first came out, I'm throwing it away now, you weren't able to get one. It was a bit of a fight to get one, and then all of a sudden I noticed somebody put a comment up saying, oh, there's still some up, and I'm like, really? So jumped on, begged everyone to have it towards my birthday, and then that is what happened. So a little bit of tissue paper in there. It's super soft. Absolutely love the style, although I have seen quite a few of you change wigs to different styles or restyle these, and they look wonderful. So I'm not very good with restyling, but it is something to think about. But it is really soft, nice and tight. They need to be to get them on, so you do have a bit of a battle with that. So I'll pop that to one side. Here he is then. So we have him in bubble wrap. We slide the bubble wrap off, because we'll keep the bubble wrap. It's always useful for things. And you can see a little bit more. He is now in more plastic. Now I'm stood up doing this, so I'm sort of leaning forward a bit, trying not to knock my camera. So I'm going to try not to get funny angles, but I might end up getting them. And here he is. Isn't he beautiful? I might sit down now, because I don't really need to look at the camera. So in fact, I'm going to pause it and then sit down, and we can have a look at the clothes and things like that. And back, I've also lowered the camera a little bit so you can sort of see him in a little bit more detail. You don't need to sort of see the length of him. Now we need to look at this face. Just look at this face. It was hard to choose. I've just had a quick look on the website to see if there's many boys left. There is a couple, but not a lot. They are all predominantly sold out. Now, this guy is in milk. It's Another One Bites the Dust. So they've all been like 80s themed, sort of, I don't know, would you class Queen as pop? But anyways, music references, shall we say. But yeah, I like the fact that he had grey eyes. The body is so soft. It's weird, because my last doll I got was not similar. It was my pair, but she's not the soft body. Here she is. She's been waiting desperately to get in on this one, haven't you? But she's got the same frame. Now this frame was new to me with her, with my Mabel, and it's new to me with him. And also the squishiness. Mabel's not squishy, he's squishy. So it's a soft body that you've got there. I'm talking about the frame. Can you hear the clicks? Yeah, you can hear the clicks. Now, I wasn't sure whether I'd like that, but when I got my Mabel, I absolutely love it. it feels easier to pose for some reason. I don't know whether it's psychological, but it does feel easier to pose the doll. So let's bend this. Back you go, mister. So it has all the movements that all these dolls have, which are absolutely wonderful because for taking photos, they are perfect. As you can see, his body is sort of semi-muscular. I know some people were saying about how the arm comes in a slightly funny position if you lift it up like that, but on average he's going to be dressed, so I don't think that's a problem. So we go down all the way down to his feet. I get the impression, where we are, click click click, I get the impression his feet are about the same size as her, so we'll try some shoes on as well. So he has his little underwear on, which is Smartdoll is, let me get this the right way round, I always read it wrong. The future is, we start the sentence here, is in your hands with Smartdoll. So that's just the little elastic bit we've got there. So I think they're quite cool. Again, they're grey like his wig. Now, I presume they'll all be grey, but just as it turns out, they are the same colour as his wig in this situation. So let's have a little fight with the wig. It is going to be tight. I know it is, but I don't mind because they do actually loosen if you're not careful after a while. So come on, because I don't want to have to pause the video again, mister. Can we get it on? Although I'm going to take it off again when we try some clothes on. That's not quite on. It's almost on. I've trapped some of the hair in it, but we can sort that out. So you can see what he looks like with his hair, and I think it's perfect with the eyes as well. So I mean, he's got quite delicate features. I love the face up on him. I just think he's lovely. So we're going to look at some clothes because, as I mentioned, I don't have many clothes for him. I don't have any Smartdoll clothes for him. But when I did decide I was going to have one of these ages ago, we'll take the wig back off because it's going to be easier to try the clothes on. I had bought some, so I've had clothes sat in a box for literally years. Plus, I've got a couple of things that I'm just curious, like my mum knitted a jumper, for example, which is an oversized jumper on my girls, and it fits lovely on pairs, so I think it might fit him. So let's have a look. I have a little pile of bits and pieces here. We're going to have a look through them. I've also got these little sneakers which the girls have been wearing, and I'm hoping from what people have said these will fit him as well. So it's just little plain black and white pretend AliExpress Converse things, so we'll put them there. But these are the clothes I got because I wanted originally sort of more of a vampire-y sort of theme. Let me get these in order. So my original things I bought, I got this gorgeous waistcoat which is really beautifully made. I can't even remember where I bought it from because it's been that long, so I think that's going to be super cool on him. I have some trousers which I bought at the same time. Really don't know whether they're going to fit. We've got this like rip jean effect there, but I don't know what his structure's like compared with some of the other male dolls that are out there. So those are the first ones I'm going to be trying on. I got a little tie at the same time as I got the waistcoat because I thought that was a bit of fun. And what else was there? Oh yes, I was talking about vampires. We have a vampire top here, which when I didn't think I was going to be getting a boy doll, this was going to be going for my Mabel, who is my curvy girl, and I thought that was quite cute, so I was getting rid of that. Ready? Dear me, slow down and speak properly. I was getting this ready for a sort of a Halloween look, but I think he's going to have that one, so I know that'll fit. Now this top, now I need to get in touch with Cheryl again, because again I thought I was going to be getting a boy doll, and Cheryl Clayton from Bella's Doll Clothes makes a lot of my clothes and a lot of your clothes. I know you guys love her stuff, and she did make me this because I had one of these for my smaller girls as well, and she did this, and I'm sure she did this for a boy doll. I need to get in touch with her because it's not something she obviously sells, but I wondered if she'd maybe do me a few bits and pieces because I think that'd be quite nice. That might go nice with the waistcoat. Now what else have we got? Oh yes, had to get that one ready for Christmas. Again, these, I've had most of these for absolutely ages, because I thought that was funny because we all love the Christmas Carol in this house, and obviously that is one of Scrooge's favourite terms, so that's a good one. I know that's a boy one, so that should fit him, although the arms look quite long, so I'm not quite sure how that's going to work. This is a coat which my girls have been wearing, because you can see I turned up the sleeves, but it's like a little parka, so that might, again, not sure, this is all mights. This is one of my basic beanies that I've made. There is a pattern on here for this one. And I just want to try it on today to get an idea, because I've bought some yarn. Again, while I was bored, I ordered some more wool, like I needed any, but there you go. I needed some inspiration. So I bought some more yarn to make him some hats and some cowl scarves and things like that. When I get that sorted, that will be a video as well. But I just wanted to see roughly sort of how it fitted. Now, this is one of the jumpers my mum made, which looks sort of, because obviously it's knitted, it looks tight like that, but it should stretch quite nicely. And I think because we've got a nice stretch here as well, I'm hoping that is going to fit him. So I've actually got quite a few things to try on. Now, when I knew he was coming, I'm suddenly thinking he's got no trousers. Started looking round. To be honest, there are sites, but some of them are very expensive. I'd paid enough on him, so I was like, oh, I can't really do any more on that at the moment. So I went on to AliExpress, because I know some of you have found some fabulous finds on there. And it was a bit of a guess. I really didn't know. And I got this little tracksuit set. What's it say there? Nice, nice, nice. That's all that says. Not convinced on the shaping, but there you go. It was really trousers I wanted. So he's got some tracksuit bottoms, so I'm hoping they're going to be okay. Fabric's not fantastic, you can feel, but it's soft enough. It's basically enough made, so if nothing else, you can have them as pajama bottoms, because the top that come with it looks huge. So I think that might be way too big for him. It cost, I think it was £14 for the set, and I'm thinking, well, I can make something of it. You know, he can wear the jacket open, because it has got a zip and everything out. It zips all the way to the bottom. So, but that shoulder slope seems a little bit strange for how it's made. I know, like I said, some of you have successfully bought things, but I'm always a bit nervous and not knowing what to buy, so to speak. So I don't know where to start, to be honest. I think we ought to try the ripped jeans, because if the ripped jeans don't work, he's going to have to wear the tracksuit bottoms, isn't he? But I thought these ripped jeans were really cool. I don't know what it's going to be like going on over his underwear. So over you go, mister. Let's point those toes. I usually find that easier way of getting trousers on if I point their toes first, especially as this has got loads of holes, because his toes are going to go through all the holes. That's going to be a bit of a pain, isn't it, actually? Oh, we got a little way up. Let's see what his thighs are going to be like to fit these. I've got a horrible feeling they're not going to fit, because they look quite tight. I mean, it's like with all dolls, there's always going to be a variation of them. Oh, it's I'm really not doing too well with these. Come on, let's get past these holes. I'm not going to get past these holes because they're all the way to the bottom. So I'm very careful with him. I don't want to push him off the edge of the table while I'm doing this. Perhaps I should have took his feet off. That might have been easier. The feet are quite easy to take off with most dolls. But the thing I don't like taking off is the heads. I don't think these are going to fit you, mate. That's one. I think you're going to be having tracksuit bottoms on, whether you like it or not. It's not really his style, is it, tracksuit bottoms? But yeah, that's not happening. It's not happening. Do these feet come off quite easy? I haven't taken the feet off with these clicky joint ones, the frames, so I'm a little bit scared about that. I'm not going to fight it. Let's see if we can get tracksuit bottoms on. I know it's not quite your look, but they will have to do. It'll be all right if I put them on the right way round. This poor doll is going, can you send me back to Japan, please? This woman's offending me with tracksuit bottoms. Because he wants to be stylish, you know, you can tell that. Especially if he wants to follow his vampire sort of look. I don't think these are long enough. Right. Well. Maybe not quite your thing, dude. In fact, I'm not even going to keep them on. We're going to have a fight later with the other trousers. And if I get them on, we will take a photograph. I don't think that has worked at all. Good job I didn't pay a lot of money. That's all I can say. So, I think I'll try my mum's jumper first, you know. Arms up. Let's see how easy you are to dress. Like I said, I do like that clicky sound. Now this isn't a jumper design for him, so there's a chance it's not gonna fit, and that's okay. Of course, I say it was designed for the girls, but my mum wants to know roughly sizing, because we had a look for some knitting patterns for the guys and we couldn't really find one. So I said I'd try one of the jumpers she's made, and then she can sort of work sizing out from there. Oh, I'm having a fight. It's not that bad actually, it's going on relatively easy. Get the hands out. The fingers are always the hard one with jumpers. Ta-da! Where's your thumb? There you go. And we can get that over the head, because I don't want to take the head off, but I know my mum makes it so that they can get him over. You know, that's going to fit him, isn't it? Look at that, dude. I think that's quite a nice fit. So that means I could tell my mum maybe a little looser. But not massively. I think the sleeve length is good. I think I'll give her this jumper back, and then she's got an idea on the sizing. I think the neck works nicely as well, because again, she's bought some yarn ready to make him some bits and pieces. We're still lacking trousers though, so I'm going to have to do a little search on whether it be on Etsy or somewhere. I need to work out how you can take these apart. I'm sure the rest of you have done that, you know, like for taking the arms out the sockets. But as I said, because I've not really had this frame, Mabel was my first one, that yeah, I'm a little bit nervous. I'm scared of breaking them. Right, now this is the t-shirt that I said I got from Cheryl, and I say I'm going to definitely have to send her a message, because I'm sure this is, I don't know whether she just did it because I asked her and she'd not, you know, she just made it bigger, or whether she's actually got any patterns for the guys. Let's see. Come on, we can stretch it out. I know this is going to fit. You can tell when you're putting them on, but I don't want to sort of pull. I'm trying not to knock the camera for you guys as well. Right, we have a good t-shirt. We just need to readjust, get it into position, and pull him down. There we go. And we have a pretty nice fitted jumper, I was going to say then, t-shirt. So I'm going to have a word with her about that. I'll send her a message. So I'm not going to put much more on him, because we're going to be here all days the way I'm doing it. So let's put this waistcoat on. He can look cool in his waistcoat, if nothing else. Got still got no trousers on, but you know, we'll just take a photo from the waist up. Yeah, I knew this waistcoat was going to fit nicely, because it actually fitted one of the girls nicely. But loose, it just looked like sort of a loose waistcoat on her, and she looked really nice. And I think he looks pretty smart. So we've got one thing. He's got a cool waistcoat. Pull that down a bit. With a cool jumper. Determined to call it a jumper on her. And then he'll sort of faff about with that later. Oh, these trousers. I'm 100% sure these are going to fit, because they're about the same size as the t-shirt. So he's got a couple of seasonal ones, whether it be Halloween and Christmas. So they're good. Now, feet. I said I was going to try the shoes. So let's have a look. Yeah, these should be fine. I mean, these are the cheap ones that most of us have got. There's a few more expensive ones out there that I really did like, but then I'm like, what if it don't fit? You know, what if I pay all that money out and then it don't fit? So if any of you have got any advice, or anybody you bought shoes off, although if I know they fit the girls, they're going to fit him, aren't they? I think his feet feel a little larger, because I can sort of just feel that the heel is there rather than down here. But I think they are adequate. Perhaps I'm just not pushing them in far enough. It might just be me. I think that's about okay. But yeah, I think they would do. You could do a pair of socks on with them, which I do have some socks for the girls, so perhaps I should have got them out. But yeah, I think that would be okay. Just a pity, as I say, we can't get the trousers on at the moment. So, wig time, because I want to try the hat. This video's all over the place, isn't it? Let's try it that way. I've seen people try this. That looks amusing. Put it on that way around. It looks like he's got a strange bald cap on. But now I don't know which is the front and which is the back. Ah. We're not going to get it on. It's not for a minute anyway. Let me just try the hat on with that. It gives me an idea. Right. So that sort of makes like a loose sort of beanie on him. And with the hair, I think that would be okay. I've got to get this on, haven't I? I can't just give up. If I do it that way, it's going to look like he's got a comb over. I will get it on. I think it's on. I think we've done it. Not 100% sure, but it's as much as it's going to go. We've got a nice sort of bit of an emo fringe going off there. Put it over there, mate. Right, let's see now how a hat would fit. That fits way better now, doesn't it? The difference is unbelievable just by putting the wig on. So I think I'll be taking him back downstairs with me, because I say most of my yarn is down there. I am coming upstairs now to my craft room, but it's hard work because I still have like one of those air boots on and I can't put full weight on it. I'm sort of walking, but it's tiring. So I'll take him back downstairs and I'll try and fight to get his trousers on. It's not like I can even use sewing machine at the minute because of the boot covering my legs, so I can't even do that. So I can't even try and make him some makeshift ones. So I'm gonna have to have a little wait for payday and have a little rummage through Etsy, etc., to see if I can find him something that fits a little bit better. But that's not too bad, you know. As I say, I do have that pattern already on my YouTube. I wanted to make him sort of like a slouch beanie and, like I say, a cowl neck scarf and things like that. So I've got bits to make for him. So he looks very smart from there up. From there down, bless him. Well, we will see. As I said, these trousers might fit. I just think they... Yeah, looking at the size of his thighs are a little muscular, so I don't think they're going to fit. That's a shame, because they are quite nice. I thought they were quite cool. I'll do a bit of research, and like I said, any of you've got any comments, please pop it down below, because I'd love to know where you're getting them from, or whether you found somebody who's really good for the sales. I'm going to pop him next to Mabel here. She's been waiting for him for some time. And here she is. Here's our Mabel. What do you think? Do you think they make a cute couple? Don't want them to fall off the table. What do you think, Mabel? Do you think? Does she approve? I don't know. Does he approve? That's the question. I think so. I think we're okay there. So again, I can't even get out into the garden because of the steps to do photos. So there might be some indoor photos, or I'm trying to balance him somewhere to do. But thank you so much for watching that slightly odd video, which was a little bit all over the place. I'll get back into it all eventually. Thank you so much for your patience and your support. If you enjoy the videos, please like, subscribe and share. There is quite a bit of crochet to come. I've got some chocolate orange covers. I've got some Christmas. Chocolate orange cover, first one's going to be a Halloweeny one. So I've got lots of little bits and bobs to come. Doll crochet, my doll's house, some mini-verse, all sorts. Because like I said, I've just been collecting all these bits and not doing anything with anything. But I am now going to try and catch up. So again, thanks for your patience. See you all very soon, and bye-bye for now.